What's up, everybody? Here we are back with the Commish Thoughts, episode 5. And we're with Brandon today, man. Buckle up. This one might be a little longer. He's done a lot with his team. So this one might take me a little bit more. Um, you know, we'll have to see. But let's check out the draft. Waiver Wire Warriors. He goes Chet, Paulo, Sengun, Bronson. Really strong four. Goes to Brandon Miller, John Collins, Drew Holiday, who ended up turning out to be really good. Schroeder, D'Angelo, Diamante. He swapped out someone here. But regardless, I mean, obviously he comes into the season saying, "Yeah, dude, I got four good guys. Brandon Miller, if he wants to make a name for himself, can maybe push for a spot. I doubt it. And then just to help with the playoff run, Drew was good. Shooter's been off and on. I miss with John Collins, sadly. Diabate has had his moments this year. Get a good look at his team because his team doesn't look anything like that. Um, But coming out a draft, I mean, everyone should like Brunson. Sengun is a top center in the league. Paolo, we've talked about him with Heath. He has the potential. It's just he is a terrible percentage guy right now in his career and doesn't get the defensive stats. If he turns that around, we know what Paulo can be. But Paulo in our league really isn't one of the top dogs. And Chet's great, very efficient, gets defensive stats. Wish he would get more boards, but still very efficient big. Coming out of draft, I mean, Brandon had four solid keepers to build around, definitely for the future. But let's move on to his current team. He still no, I mean, let's see. He still has John Collins, which is actually funny. He has Sengun, and yeah, he has two of his original 11. He actually has an active roster spot open right now. How do I feel about his current team? I mean, I'm glad he's kept Sengun, that's for sure. I think everyone in this league loves LaMelo, knows what he's capable of. I mean, he's played 31 games already this year. That's really strong for LaMelo. Um, Let me pull him up. He's super low on minutes this year at 27. He's still, I mean, 41% from the field. That's horrendous. This is fine. 87%, pretty much 88. Only 37 from three is not bad at all. But we're used to seeing this higher and this higher. Um, three threes a game. I mean, that sounds about right for LaMelo. But yeah, I mean, the minutes have been really low for LaMelo. He's bid on the trade block for Charlotte. If he stays healthy, but LaMelo's good. It's just he needs to get back to his 9 assists and more points for sure. Sengun, obviously looking at keeper worthy for sure. I mean, you're going to keep Sengun. He's terrible from the line, but Sengun's great. He makes a trade for Keontae. That's keeper worthy. AD trades for him, trades for Tatum. He has 5 keepers right now on his team and a bunch of garbage now on his team. Um, Raynaud probably missed his opportunity to move Raynaud back here when he should have. That was back when I believe he was still thinking he was going to try to win this thing this year. Sabonis is about to come back, so that'll probably be a drop here any day. Gillespie had his moments. I mean, still fine, still good guard. But like we talk about these other teams like Heath and not Heath, um, Joey and Cody and Will about trying to get more draft capital. It's going to be harder to do outside. Like I said, he has 5 keepers. I wanted to save Brandon's team for a little bit later, but felt like it'd be unfair if I didn't do it in order. Because he's going to trade one of these guys. Um, as one of his big names because he can't take 5 in and he's not trying to make playoffs. So that'll be something to watch what he can get for whoever he decides to ship out. Um, Brandon's done a lot of stuff. It's one of those other teams. It's going to be hard to critique like Heath's. They've done so much this year. Um, but I guess we'll go look at all the stuff he's done because it is literally a lot. A lot. All right, all the way at the bottom. So here's the stuff I got to wrote down. 68 moves this year. That is second highest so far that I've counted. Will had 76 when I did his video. So Brandon had 68 moves this year. I expect that to pretty much stall. And let's look at his trades because there's a lot. Um, he starts off by trading with Vic. I think him and Vic traded twice this year. Um, yeah, they definitely have. So their first one they did, he trades Drew Holiday and Chet and his third um, to Vic for Triple J, LaMelo, and Vic's fourth. So he loses a little draft capital going from the third to the fourth. That's fine. He gets the better player, probably in LaMelo, but Chet has been the better player. LaMelo does have huge upside. Drew Holiday gets hurt pretty much as soon as he trades him. Jaren becomes a bum, and then Brandon eventually will get up here to it. He sells Jaren Jackson as we've talked about. I guess this is the part I will talk about. He goes back to back sell jobs. Um, Here sells Brandon Miller, sells Jaren Jackson. This is tough because it's middle of the season still. Probably early season, December 7th, December 10th when he sells them both. I mean, we're January 15th, so this was a month ago. So what, like week 8? Um, Probably chose the wrong time to get rid of him. I don't blame him. I mean, Brandon Miller has been not great this year. Um, I mean, he's played 24 games, 40% from the field. I mean, for a guard, yeah, well, you want that to be higher. It's just 4-3. A still in a block's nice. I think everyone here can agree with that, especially out of a guard. That's crazy. Brandon Miller has power forward eligibility. Um, but it says he's the 61st overall small forward, 134th overall player. Um, like I said, I don't mind the sell here. Probably would have held him, waited for him to get hot, would have got rid of him. Because I mean, imagine if he still has Brandon Miller and Jaren Jackson on his team, and then Jaren. We all know what happened once he got rid of Jaren. Jaren was a bum. He gives Jaren the Heath, and Jaren turned into a somebody. Went on like a 8 game stretch of being phenomenal. I mean, 5 blocks, 4 blocks, 3 blocks, blank blank, 3-1, 1-3-2. Jaren's picked it back up. He's getting his averages back up. Jaren's never been known for a rebounder. He's the scorer, get defensive stats, and get you about 5 rebounds. Um, and he's been all of that. He got $40 for him, but truthfully, the way Jaren did pick up and play, could have easily got a second for him. Probably could have got a third or fourth for Brandon Miller, but instead he gets $66. I think that's his only right now. It's the only two things I would do different with what he's done. Obviously, we got a trillion more trades to look at. Because I will say Brandon has done some really good work on the waiver wire this year. Um, he's found some really good guys. Then we move up to we know the big trade with Heath. We've talked about this on Heath's. I'm not really going to talk much about it. He's really shipping it for next year, banking on Tatum. Gave up the first, gave up a lot of money. Imagine if he didn't never got this $66 though. He'd be super low on money. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm. This is going to be the trade we come back and look at next year and see what this turns into and how good Tatum actually was next year. And then one of the more recent ones, he trades Jalen Brunson in his second to Vic again for Keontae, AD, and a third. So the way I'm breaking down this trade is he traded a second for AD, and he traded Jalen for Keontae in a third. Um, Long term, I don't. I mean, Jalen's the more. I mean, Jalen's the one. If I had to choose, I'm taking Brunson because he's more consistent. You know what you're going to get from him. The Knicks are always going to be competing, unlike the Jazz, who are not. Keontae's been great. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I mean, he's shooting nearly 46%, 36%, and 90%. 2.5 threes a game, 4 rebounds, pretty much 7 assists. That's still 23.7. I mean, that's Keontae's been good. You come over here and look at Jalen, almost 50%, almost 40%, 85 from the line, 3 threes a game, 3.2 rebounds, 6 assists. Sure, the defensive stats aren't there, but 28 burgers. Brunson's good. Brunson's very good. I didn't know his percentages were that good. That's actually gross. Um, So he loses the guard for guard keeper more than likely. He gambles on AD, who's also out for our season. Um, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, he trades a keeper for two, is the way I'm seeing it. Who knows what Brandon's doing? Um, Genuinely, because I don't know. This trade will be interesting because if he keeps AD and Keontae, um, we'll just have to see. We'll have to genuinely see. This is going to be an interesting trade for both because this second should turn into something for Vic. So Jalen in that second round pick for Keontae and AD, we'll see because AD has huge history problems, um, huge history problems. But and then his most recent one, this is the one that I love. This is the perfect example of what I've been talking about with what Will should be doing. Uh, a bunch of these other owners should be doing. Shout out Brandon for getting Queen, because he was only owned by Sean. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Sean picked him up November 8th, dropped him the next day, got him back on the 13th, pretty much held him for a month. Brandon picked him up 2 days later for 24 bucks, and yes, this is a lot of money. But what you don't know is I'm pretty sure I had 22 on Derek Queen, so 24 was a good amount to have. Um, Dude, he traded a waiver wire guy for a second round pick, got 30 bucks back and sent back a fifth. Like Joey, Will, Cody, like this is what you need to be doing right here. And like this is prime time example. Um, like imagine if you done it with these two. Like this is perfect. He's not taking Queen in the next year, which you could argue maybe you want to. I mean, Derek Queen's been a monster. He's definitely one of their centerpieces um, next year. So we'll see. We'll see, and also we'll have to see if Austin is going to keep Queen. But that's a win now move for Austin, going all in on the season, giving up a second for a really good rookie, and also could be a keeper for Austin. I think both teams won this trade. Brandon did what he was supposed to do, not making playoffs, got a second. Austin, as long as he makes a deep run and maybe makes it to the championship game, yeah, especially if Derek Queen's a big factor in that, great trade. Um, but all in all, I mean, he's done so many moves. I don't like this at the time. You really can't blame him. Probably should have been a little more patient. Um, but let's come over and look at his draft thing now. He's traded a lot of draft picks. He has Austin second. So, I mean, this will probably be mid to late second round. Um, he has his own third. He has my third. That third's been passed around. He has his own fourth, Vic's fourth, and then his sixth and seventh. So he's going to have one pick in the first 28. He'll have three picks in the first 42. Then it's looking for stills from fourth on. I mean, probably late third, probably looking for stills. I think there'll be players there, but only one in the first 28. Now, like I said, he has a keeper still to move. He should work himself back into the first. I've heard rumors of plenty of trades with that man. Um, he should work his way into the first. If all he gets is a second, hey, that's at least two in the first 28. You want as many as you can get in the first two rounds. That's where it's heavy. It's what it's looking like by this list. And we look at Brandon. I have him keeping Keontae, Tatum, Sengun, and AD. This is a very good four. Um, I wonder if he could have got AD for a second and not flip Brunson for Keontae. Because if he could have got a second for AD, imagine Brunson here. Brunson, Tatum, Sengun, AD, super efficient team. Sure, plenty of injury issues with Tatum next year possibly, and then AD. But I still like Keontae. I like Keontae a lot. Young, promising guard for the Utah Jazz. Um, if he does not move LaMelo, it'll be interesting to see which one he keeps between the two. Just know that whoever one of these two go to, they're probably someone else is going to have to drop one of theirs. But I'm interested to see what he does. I think he does get a first rounder, um, and he needs to hope his other guys start to pop off so he can work his way still up into the draft because he only won in the first 28. a little scary because this could be really good. But to only get one of the top guys to pair with it, I don't think it'll be enough. I think he'll be working the waiver wire pretty hard next year. Um, but we'll have to see. Um, I think Brandon has a lot of potential. Brandon likes to make moves. Um, we'll have to see if it hurts him or doesn't hurt him in the long run. Um, I, I'm interested to know if you'd rather have Sengun and Chet and then Brunson here. Like I said, I love the Tatum pickup. See how it turns out. I think Brunson, Tatum, Sengun, and possibly Chet would have been ideal with all the moves he's made. But we'll see. We'll have to see what Brandon does next year. Like I said, he will make a trade. He's obviously made it known he's trying to trade Keontae or LaMelo for a first, and I think he will. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and yeah, I mean, just remember, Brandon's been in this league like 16 years. It feels like he's never been to a championship. Never. No trophies, no awards, nothing. Nothing for Brandon. I mean, he has all the experience in the world. He makes good moves. He just never gets it done. Never gets the job done. Always comes up short. Um, and I don't know if that's the owner's fault or just bad luck on some of the roster, some of his players, injuries, trading away at the wrong time, selling players at the wrong time. We'll have to see. Just know Brandon's a very active owner, um, and he does it very differently than a lot of other owners. So you got to applaud that. But yes, Brandon will be looking to miss playoffs. It's going to be hard. It looks like there's going to be several teams trying to tank. So who can tank the best? Needless to say, get yourself a guaranteed top four. But Ian is next on the chopping block, and we'll see you there because I don't know what I got to say about Ian. I can't wait to see his transactions, but we'll see you there.